1-800-LMV-E191, fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Anna Carolla. It's Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist, and you know he is because his pager goes off 8 seconds before the show begins. On
3 out of 5 times.
Yeah, I was going to say nightly, but I'm using a little hyperbole here for the radio. Tonight our guest is Portia de Rossi, which sounds like a winning combination. To me, it sounds like drinking and driving. Portia de Rossi. Like the name you'd give a guy who'd had like 502s or DIs. Hey, it's Portia de Rossi.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, lots of fun.
I would have been known for that.
It's a very international name, a very sexy name. And Portia is here because Portia is also, as David Arquette is, and we talked to him last night, she's in Scream 2. She was not in Scream 1.
No, I wasn't.
Good. Scared the hell out of me for a second. No, I saw Scream 1, and I didn't recognize Portia.
Okay.
She is in Scream 2. You know her from Sirens, and she's got a whole bunch of other movies coming up. I saw Sirens, and I'm just, I was trying to figure out, were you naked in that?
Oh, my God.
Everybody was naked in that.
The seat isn't even warm yet, and you're asking me that question.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I was naked in that movie. Yeah.
Were you one of the Sirens?
Yes, I was.
Oh, so good. Now I have to revisit that. You know what was always weird about that movie? And it was a real good movie. You ever see Sirens?
I'm just glad you didn't ask her that an hour into the show, because then you would have been talking about how you incorporate it into the rest of your evening.
No, but now I will.
Yeah.
But thank you. Sirens had Hugh Grant, and he was like a clergyman or something.
Yeah, he was a minister.
And he went to a town, and it was in Australia, right?
Yes.
That's your home
My
country, native country,
yes.
right? And he went there, and all these good-looking women running around naked, and he didn't know what to do. It's a great concept for a film. But Elle Macpherson, I heard, put on like 30 pounds to do this movie, or something like that.
Yeah, she did put on a lot of weight, and I didn't actually realize until after the movie had wrapped, and I saw her in London, and she was quite a good deal thinner, but she looks great at any weight.
Absolutely, because she's 8 feet tall and tan. Well, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking,
different than
why?
To
No, but why does a woman who basically in the movie you play a really good-looking naked woman? Why is it that you have to put on weight for that role? It's not like you're playing some ex-prize fighter or something like that. You're playing a really good-looking woman who bathes in a stream.
Well, I mean, it was set in the 20s, and that's when the fashion was to have a
That's
little
a
bit more
good
weight.
point. You're right. Women were a little more Rubenesque back then.
Exactly. That was considered attractive.
I see. Yeah, she can carry it, boy. She could carry like 3 women on her. You never know it. But anyway, anyway, Portia's very attractive and very talented, and we're glad to have her tonight. Jamie Kennedy was held up in Baltimore or something like that. He will not be around until tomorrow, so they tell me, and I have no reason not to believe them. So basically, I don't think he's coming on tomorrow.
He'll just be around tomorrow.
He'll be in town tomorrow. Yes, I implied he was going to be on the show with that. No, he'll be in L.A. He's probably in L.A. right now. But the point is we were going to have Jamie Kennedy from Scream, who was also in Scream 1, who we had on the TV show, as I recall. But he couldn't make it, so we have Portia, which is fine with me. So I'd rather talk to Portia anyway. All right, so we know about Sirens. We know about Scream 2, which is coming out this Friday.
It is.
And so they tell me. And there's other movies you have that you're working on, and I don't know if you want to talk about any of those. Or
lots of stuff in the pipeline. I actually have just finished my 5th movie since Sirens, so I've been pretty busy.
And the story was, at least according to the bio, that she was a law student. Were you planning on going to law school, or were you a law student?
It says she was in law school. On the bio.
I was in law school. It's an undergraduate degree in Australia. So I did a year of that before I dropped out.
I could see, Australia being a penal colony and all. Being a lawyer would be some pretty solid work over there. I mean, you're pretty much living in a land just chock full of felons.
After an undergraduate degree in law, then do you go practice law?
Yeah, that's the idea, yeah.
Is it because the secondary school education is basically equivalent to our college education here?
No, it's just because the undergraduate system incorporates like a postgraduate degree. So it's still like a 7-year degree.
Hold on, let me yell at Drew for a second. Drew,
Yeah.
not every country in the world compares their education system to ours and then bases it based on what it is or isn't compared
I
to
happen to
our
be sitting in the
educational
United
system.
States and trying to make a comparison to understand why
I know,
they
but
could
they're
take a
not saying-
19-year-old and put him in law school.
All right, but they're not saying because people
No, I
in
know
the
that.
United States
I
are all
understand that.
idiots, we can skip them right.
No, well, I think
Right ahead to law school.
my sort of my sort of subconscious agenda is, or semi-conscious agenda is that how pathetic we are here that
Yeah.
they have accomplished by the age of 11 what it takes us to 21 to do,
Right.
and that's the British system, really, is that really that pertains there, right?
Well, I actually think it's a good idea to do it as a postgraduate degree, because to study
Burn out.
something like law at the age of 17 or
You burn
18, you haven't really formed your own ideas about society and what you want to do with that degree. And so, I mean, you kind of get thrown into it, and after a while, that's what you end up doing as
Yeah.
a profession, whether you're really passionate about it or not. I was one of the lucky ones. I escaped.
Well, she was, according to the bio, was plucked out by one of the producers of Sirens.
I like that word, plucked.
Yeah.
That's a good word.
See, really good-looking people don't make it fully through the educational system without being plucked out at some point or another.
Oh, that's dreadful.
Wonder how Drew made it by. The point is we've had many a beautiful actress on this
you
show who's
were-
talked about wanting, on their way to med school or to be an attorney or what have you, or veterinarian school, and then all of a sudden, pow,
Phenomenal.
somebody plucked them up.
And
The ugly
you were
folks.
plucked at around age 8. It's phenomenal. He must have been quite
All
a
right,
kid.
hold on. Hey, Mike, shut Drew's mic off. Thank you. Ugly women, there's not much plucking on. They just let them go right on by. Just go get your master's, go get your doctorate, start your own college. Just keep going, baby. But the good-looking ones, they pluck them out and they put them in the movies. Mike's off, Drew, sorry. That's my point. Society is no different in Australia than it is here. That is my point. Thank you. Pretty good point, huh?
That's a great
All
point.
right, leave Drew's mic off for just a second. Let's see the callers. Jason, you're 19.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
Hey, I had a couple of questions. I think they're probably for Dr. Drew, but the first one is on polyurethane condoms.
Polyurethane, yeah, I don't know anything about that. Mike, turn Drew's mic back on, please. Just on a temporary basis. We'll see how it works out.
Yes. I'm here.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Basically, my girlfriend's allergic to latex, and it hurts her really bad to have intercourse with latex condoms. And she doesn't really like lambskin because she thinks it's gross to use it. Polyurethane condoms, she brought them up to me the other day.
That's fine.
And I was just wondering if you had any idea on the effectiveness, because on the box it tells you that tests are being done at this time.
That's for the viral sexually transmitted diseases, as I understand. In terms of a contraception, it is as effective as latex. And against the bacterial sexually transmitted diseases, it's effective as latex.
Jason,
Yes?
is your girlfriend vegan?
No, she's not.
Is she vegetarian?
She only doesn't eat meat because it actually irritates her stomach.
Mhm.
But she does every once
We
in a
could bet on the girlfriend here already.
But she eats meat once in a while.
Yeah.
She's got a leather pair of loafers.
I love the parallelover, yeah.
All right, well, tell her to relax with the animal skin then.
I know, I tried telling her, but she, I don't know, she just doesn't want to do it.
And your other question?
The other question is, when she was 15 years old, she had a case of chlamydia,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess she didn't...
See, we could bet on her right now.
What-
Really?
Yeah.
We could gamble on her?
Sure.
Yeah, but we can't gamble on people we can't talk to
Yeah.
first person.
And so she had chlamydia, yeah.
Yeah, and then I guess she waited too long before she got it checked out or whatever, and then it turned into PID, pelvic inflammatory disorder. The doctor told her after that her uterus was scarred and
It's not her uterus, it's her fallopian tubes.
fallopian tubes.
See, Drew knows more about the woman's inner workings than women do. Did you know
I
that,
had
Portia?
no idea about all those things.
Well, chlamydia is the leading cause of infertility in this country, and several 100,000 cases every year. And the reason, the way by which it does that is by getting into the fallopian tubes and causes inflammation and infection there, which is what pelvic inflammatory disease is basically. More often than not, however, it's a very low-grade infection, and women don't even know they have it, and so it causes scarring and destruction without the women even knowing that they have chlamydia.
So when the doctor said that that there was a chance she couldn't have kids, the chance is pretty strong.
It's not that she couldn't have kids, that her fallopian tubes won't work right, so she'll have an increased risk of ectopic pregnancy. And if she you know what that is?
No, I
A
don't.
tubal pregnancy. A pregnancy when the egg gets fertilized, it gets stuck in the tube and grows
right.
there and explodes the tube. The women can die from that. It's a pretty serious condition if it develops. But if somebody is prone to that, they can avoid that by having fertility treatment. I mean, my triplets are the product of in vitro fertilization, which is what you would get if you had dysfunctional
Was
fallopian
that
tubes.
in vitro? Does that mean that the doctor has sex with your wife?
In vitro means in a dish,
In a dish?
in a bowl.
In vitro means a bowl? So
in
I
a
would
test tube.
Eat cereal out of a in vitro.
In vitro. In vitro is a test tube, quite literally.
So how does that work?
In
So
glass.
They
in
take.
vitro means in glass.
They harvest an egg.
No, it's Latin. Excuse me.
They harvest an egg. Drew has
Harvest an
someone who's with an IQ in the studio. Now he's on the ropes. He can say just about anything to me. The world's
Just about.
I just go along with anything.
I can say the world is flat, and he'd go along with that.
Okay. They harvest the egg.
Yeah.
They
Usually several eggs.
Several eggs. They mix it in with the sperm.
Yeah.
In a petri dish.
Yeah.
And then they put it back up into the woman.
Correct.
And that way it bypasses the whole
tubes.
The whole tube thing.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Got it?
I got it. That sounds great.
All right.
All right, Jason.
Thanks a lot.
No kids for 5 years.
Yeah, I'm only 19.
Okay.
At
Okay.
least. Thank you.
All right. Mike?
Maybe PID is what we're looking for. Maybe the country ought to have that. And then only the people that develop sufficient resources to be able to overcome it can then have kids.
That's good. You mean everyone is rendered sterile, and the only way you can have kids is to go through these, horrendously expensive, horrendously time-consuming procedures. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I like that. And then I would be the leader of the new colony. Mike?
What do you call it?
I would call it Portiaville, and I would take you as my bride. You're laughing now, but you'd be glad to have me in a couple of years when I was the leader of the colony. Yeah, but we could repopulate via the old conventional method. We wouldn't get in any of that in vitro business.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly. Mike,
Yeah,
you're 23. What's going on?
not much. First of all, I just want to say that I listen to y'all's show all the time. I think it's a great show.
Thanks.
And I have sort of two questions, but I'll tell you like a little story so you can understand them both. I was going out with this girl, and I just broke up with her maybe about a month or 2 months ago, and we went out for 4 years, and we were very serious, and we were like talking about getting married and the whole thing.
How old was she?
Excuse me?
How old was she?
She was 23.
Okay.
And we broke up, and before I started going out with her, maybe like 2 months before, I had like a 3-year relationship with another girl, and I was pretty serious with her. And I'm 23 years old now, and the two questions I have is first of all, like, what would be like, I don't know, like a thing maybe to like get over, because I think about it like all the time, and I think about like.
How'd you get over the first one?
Well,
I got right into the second one.
I got into another one.
That's
And
right.
So it was sort of like,
Oh, Drew knows.
really, the past like 7 years, I really haven't been used to being alone, and
Right.
it's sort of like scary a little bit.
That's right.
And I try. I mean, I still have a life. I mean, I still go out and I hang out with my friends and stuff, but it's constant.
You haven't been alone since you were 16.
Excuse me?
You haven't been alone since you were 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe 15. I can't
it was
figure out.
yeah, it's probably about 15, 16.
All right, so it's time to be alone. Now, listen, here's what you're saying, Mike, but Portia, you jump in. Give us
Yeah,
the...
actually, I'd like to hear her comments too.
Give us
Like,
the-
woman's perspective to it.
Well, I think it's you're a very unique 23-year-old. You sound like somebody who's very interested in having and committing to a really good relationship, and I'm sorry that it didn't work out, but I'm sure there's another girl out there who'd be...
But now give a different perspective, though. Now, think about it as a woman who's looking at a guy who not just commits to, but clings to relationships. Yeah, are you likely to want to get in a relationship with
Not
someone who has that?
necessarily because he's so into you, but because he's so not into being alone.
Right. You see? And
Ooh.
Well, see, that's another thing too. Because like over the past, I mean, the other question I had is that I'm like, it's not being. I mean, being with somebody since I was 16, I sort of like haven't gone through the dating stages. So now that I'm 23, it's sort of hard to like. I think I'm sort of attractive, but I mean, I
it
like,
is not hard to begin dating
Excuse
at
me?
23.
And let me tell you, there's really, it's not like snowboarding or something.
Yeah.
It's not like, or golf, where if you've done it for years, of course you have an advantage over. You go out, you get drunk, you talk to someone, they kick you in the nuts, and you go off to somebody else. Believe me, that's the way it works.
We're really not that scary, I swear.
But think about women. But women.
Producer Ann's a little frightening, but she's spoken for, so you don't have to
But
worry
women
about
do
I'm, like,
tend
shy.
to. Well, but women are going to kind of. You're going to get frustrated because this kind of clingy quality you have, women are going to sense that immediately. Really, and most of them are not going to want to be clung to. They're going to want somebody who has something separate to offer them.
Yeah.
Not somebody who's going to be a suitcase that they get to carry around.
I think what Drew's saying is it's time for Mike to start dating Mike.
No,
Like Adam
no,
dates
it's
Adam.
time for Mike.
Yes.
Yeah, Adam dates Adam.
Adam
twice
dates
a day,
Adam.
I guess.
Oh, yeah, that's true. As a matter of fact, yeah, that is true. once and a half. Mike?
A half?
Well, it evens out over the week. You
That's
know what I'm
the puff.
saying?
I see.
Okay, that's the VIG. Okay, hey, Mike?
Yeah.
All right, you've been with someone straight through since 15. Take
Time
a
to be
few
alone,
months
yeah.
off. Don't be
No,
frightened
many
of
months
it.
off. Many
yes,
months.
take 6 months off. You know, get a little better at whatever it is you're doing now. Make a little more money, get a little more educated,
Yeah.
be a little better, relax, and then let it sort of happen organically, not out of necessity.
Let go of the notion that you have to be in a relationship, or that you're incomplete or alone. Or you've got plenty of other things to develop and offer in the world, and focus on those things.
Theoretically.
Right?
Yeah,
No?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Being in a relationship is really good, but it's also good to get out and date and, you know, learn new things and explore.
I think it's good just to be alone sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
Too.
It's important.
Especially a guy like that.
Yeah. Carrie?
Hi.
Hey, you're 19 now.
Hello, everybody. I have
Hello.
a question for you guys.
All right.
I got on Depo-Provera around July because of my menstrual cramps were really, really bad, and I wanted to get rid of them. And this is how I heard that it works. So I went in there, got it, and they told
Wait
me.
a minute. You went in and said, please give me the shot?
Well, I heard that it takes away your cramps, and mine are like really bad. That they
I'm
told
not
me
sure.
that.
That's not exactly where I'd start with that. In fact, it can make them worse sometimes.
It made my cramps go away though.
Okay. All right.
So
You probably got a shot of sugar water
No,
anyway.
I can do it, but it's a risky move to make, I would think. Go ahead.
Well, anyways, they told me that the side effects were that I would have spotting for up to 3 to 9 months.
Right.
And I was, expecting that. And it did happen after I got on it for after the couple weeks after that. Well, anyways, it went on for about a couple months, and I was supposed to go back and get my shot. Well, because of the spotting, I didn't want to deal with that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of got sick of it, so I didn't want to go back into the clinic and get the shot again.
Right.
Well, a couple weeks after I was supposed to get my shot, my period completely stopped. And I haven't had it since.
And that's, I'm sure they told you that it's common also.
No, not that I remember. They didn't
It's
tell me
very
any.
common, very common for many months after the shot sometimes.
Is the shot the same as the pill? I mean, in terms of
No,
how your body reacts? Portia, you know anything about this?
I do, actually. I've had a lot of friends that have had the shot and have completely lost their period for
Many
up
months.
to a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd imagine that would be...
Well, this is a wonder drug, this
Quite common.
Depo-Provera.
Well, my experience with the pill has been the vast majority of women are cycling normally within 6 months, and it seems to be a little longer with the shot.
Mm-hmm.
Remember last time we had even a caller last time, I was saying, once you get... No, that was... No, she was pregnant. That was the other thing.
So I shouldn't be worried about anything?
If it goes more than 3 months, I would definitely get looked into just to see if there's anything that... A, to make sure this isn't somehow bringing out some other underlying endocrine disturbance, and B, to see if the cycling can be reestablished easily. Okay?
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
You have a boyfriend?
I had one at the time when I had my shot. And I was kind of wondering if it was because I was pregnant, but I don't think it's because of that, because I haven't had any side effects of that.
Well, but you get a home pregnancy test. I mean, the leading cause of losing one's period, of amenorrhea, is pregnancy. So always rule that out first.
Mm-hmm. Followed, I think, menopause and death are a close second. Is that how it goes? I'd like to look
I
that
don't
up.
think so.
Well, there's got to be a second and a third.
Indeed, there must.
I really wouldn't worry, though. I think it'll come back. It'll come back soon.
Yeah.
I agree.
It takes
Is
a
this-
little while to get out of your system.
Is this
so.
something that's pretty popular in Australia?
I wouldn't know about Australia, but it is popular with women now. I mean, it's so much easier than taking the pill every day. I mean, there's nothing...
Although every single person I've ever given that shot to is complains like hell about the spotting. I mean, no matter how much you warn them, somehow that is just... And people actually panic about it. Say, oh my God, every day.
Yeah.
It's spotting like
like-
throughout the season?
More often than
what do you
not,
have
my
between
experience-
menstrual periods? Is there a season? The month? The cycle?
More
The
often-
gamut? What do you run? Does the vagina run the gamut, Drew?
The gamete.
The gamete?
More often than not, it's not just spotting, but like a period, like a light period the whole time.
No.
Oh, that's
yeah.
hell.
That's got to be hell.
That rules that out.
Yeah. You imagine at the beach and all that stuff? No. That's
You
not
don't-
right. What?
I'm just...
I'd be the world's worst woman.
yeah, I'm seeing how you relate to that. It's
Oh,
like,
wait,
it's
I'd
like
be-
some
I'd
kind of
be-
cartoon to
At
you.
the
It's
beach,
like, yeah,
yeah.
right. It's like,
I'd be...
what the hell are you talking about?
and you know me, it's like I run out of toilet paper, I go for something out of the hamper, so forget about it. I mean, if I, on my period, forget about it. Where's the dog? Oh, boy. I mean, no way. I'd be the world's worst woman. I would have a big hairy lip. I would smell funny. I'd be horrible. I can't do anything involved with maintenance. I shower twice a week. I wear the same clothes every day. I sleep in the sun. I'm so lazy. Drew, why is it that I wear these shoes every single time you see me?
Please explain.
Because they slip on.
Okay.
I can't even tie shoes. I sleep. You know where these socks? I wore these socks last night. I slept in them. And when the weather gets cold, forget about it.
100% of the time.
I wear a hat 100% of the time because I can't screw around with my hair. That'd be a horrible woman.
Maybe you should do a show on hygiene just for
Adam. It'd take more than a show.
We dedicate a month to it.
Yeah, it'd be a camp or something I'd take him to.
Camp hygiene with your counselor, Adam. Today's topic, kids, is feminine spray and deodorant spray. All right. Portia de Rossi is here tonight. She is from Scream 2. What are you pointing at?
Coming up next.
We're going to break.
11-year-old Blake. Should he ask out his pal's ex-girlfriend?
Oh, these are so cute.
Doesn't want to go for pal's leftovers. So says Blake.
I smell some role-playing on Loveline. Here, Portia, you remember from Sirens. She's in Scream 2, and got a bunch of other stuff coming out, too. Young, attractive, and on the way up. And Drew is on the way out because he got himself another page, and he just picks up and leaves. Did you witness that?
I think it's a doctor thing.
I think it is, too. Yeah.
It must be.
Well, it's a double-edged sword, that doctoral thing. It's nice having a real doctor on the show. Most shows, most media doctors are sort of...
Entertainers.
With
some knowledge.
Yeah, they were like people that sort of knew something once, but you get the feeling they botch a pretty simple operation if they had to do it these days. And the women are all the same, lot of long nails and face peels. The guys have bad rugs, but not Drew. He's just like a doctor.
He seems like a pretty regular doctor to me. I'd go see Drew.
Oh yeah.
I
bet you would. I tried to go see him once for a little problem I was having, but he tossed me out of the office.
That's probably a good thing.
Had to do with the nether region, and he refused to see me.
Well, you guys work too close together.
Yeah, he was talking about like a professional line that you cross, and I thought it would be like a bonding experience for him to really, see me, see all aspects of it. Immediately. He immediately gave me the name of some other guy.
Maybe it's because you wear your socks 2 days in a row.
Yeah. Man, it was really the underwear I think he was worried about. Yeah, it really didn't have anything to do with the sock region, but... All right, so Scream 2 out Friday.
On Friday.
And I'm sure it's going to be a huge hit. And let me just talk about this for a second. I've said this many times. If I were making a movie, I would make a horror movie just like this. I'd put a bunch of good-looking people in it. I'd have some guy. I mean, you know what they spent on this guy's, like the villain's costume? It's a black sheet and a mask that you get at the Five and Dime. I mean, they got like a $1.50 into the guy's costume. And all these other movies... Whether you're talking about, the Titanic or you're talking about Alien Resurrection or something, I mean, there are 100, 200 million or 75 million or whatever it is into it, before the thing opens.
It's true, but I have to say the actor that plays the voice of the killer has an incredibly scary voice.
Yeah, he does, but they probably they probably paid him scale. Well, at least they did the first time around. I bet he's I bet he's looking for something now. Is he an actor who works around and doing other things other than scary voices?
I would guess so.
He doesn't do that Garfield, does he? No.
He came to set to read for the telephone off-screen lines, and he really does have a very scary voice.
And would it be now? Do they probably don't let him out? Like, I mean, they don't let him do the circuit and everything, right?
Oh,
would that, like, ruin it for people?
Of course it would. You couldn't do that.
So, like, you wouldn't see him on...
Letterman or something?
Kathy Lee and Geraldo or something like that, because it would just destroy it. Because he's really like a spindly little guy who's parts his hair to the side.
Well, yeah, and, the voice isn't really... the voice is supposed to be the voice of the killers.
Right.
But synthesized or something.
I wonder if the guy's ever going to work again. Well, are they doing Scream 3 already?
You know what? I think they are. I just heard that it's in the pipeline.
Right, and the storyline for Scream 3 is all the the male actors from Scream 1. Their prostate gets inflamed and they have to stay in.
Huh.
Okay. see what I have to work. Do you see what my audience is? Do you see what I have to work with each night? It'd be like Johnny Carson stepping out on stage every night to just crickets and some guys sweeping up in the back. All right, Blake,
Hello?
you're 11.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first off, I want to say, Portia, I can't wait to see you on Friday.
Oh, thank you very much.
And I got a question. You probably can't say it, but, like, I'm just going to say who I think the killer is.
Okay.
Is it
Hit
Cotton
me.
Weary?
Oh.
I think he's pissed at Sydney because she put him away.
Well, I think he probably would be pretty angry, but you'll have to wait to see.
Okay, and my question is that my best friend just went out with this girl, and I really want to go out with her, but I don't want him to think like I'm like taking his leftovers or something, like, you know, because he's really popular. And
Mm-hmm. He's the most popular kid in the 4th grade?
sixth.
5th grade?
6th grade.
Sixth?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Light year between 5 and 6.
Oh, there is? I mean, 5th and 6th?
Yeah.
Oh, there is? Yeah, I guess so. All right, so you're all in the 6th grade now?
Yeah.
And he's real popular,
Yeah.
and he's going out with this one girl. And are they done going out?
Oh yeah. They broke up in the 5th grade.
You know, it's funny. I don't know what brings you together when you're in the 6th grade, but I can't figure out a good reason for breaking up. Everyone, you know, goes out for like 3 weeks and then they break up all the time. But really, you're in the 6th grade. You know, I mean, now you break up because this person was, you know, banging your best friend, or because the guy just couldn't put the booze down, or he had a
Right.
serious meth problem, or he's no count, he can't hold a job. What do you do at 6th? What do you do in 6th grade that gets you into the doghouse? He was Bogart in the utility ball when we were playing soccer.
Well, what is that? I was asking my daughter this
Yeah, how do
tonight.
you- why do you
why
break
isn't
up?
so-and-so your friend? Just like, I don't know. We just don't get along anymore.
Yeah, I had a girlfriend in the 7th grade. We just broke up because it was just like, nah. You know, we kissed once with our tongues. That was enough, and we moved on.
Well, you grow apart, I guess.
Yeah, he outgrew her.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, they're going different directions.
Well, yeah.
She's going to 7th grade, and, well, he's going to 7th grade, too. But
No, Blake, how can we help you? I'm not quite clear what you want from
I want to
us.
know why your friend and her broke up.
Well, I think that he just wasn't spending enough time with her, and she kind of dumped him
There you go.
for that.
Okay.
Yeah, see?
All right, starts
That's a-
early.
real
Yeah,
reason,
it's a
yeah.
universal reason.
This
And I want to
guy's...
know if you guys think I should ask her out, or...
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
But you might want to check it out with your friend first.
Yeah.
See if he's cool with it. If he's not, the friendship probably is more important to you than
Yeah.
his potential.
Well, she dumped him. Is he upset about that?
No.
Yeah. See, you know what? When you're in the 6th grade, you don't really like women that much. You're sort of torn. It's like, well, I'd like to go out with them, but I don't really like them that much. It's sort of like eating something that's good for you. But if someone doesn't give you a second helping, it's all right. And later on, you know, becomes an addiction. then it's trouble. And then later on, you don't like them so much anymore, and then it becomes easy again. I'm getting into that stage now. I'm in my early 30s now. I'm weaning myself off of women. There's that point, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, all the way through like 23, 24, 25, when it's really starts getting strong toward the end. And then
you lose your will to live.
yeah, you lose your will to live.
That's it.
And then it's like, oh, boy, I'm serious. I think if you polled most guys who were in a 5 to 10 year relationship and asked them, what would you rather lose, your wife or all TV privileges? And I'm not talking about for this month. I'm talking about for a year. There'd be a lot of thinking. There'd be a lot of soul searching going on. And there'd be a lot of, here's what the answer would
Portia,
be.
you needn't
I'll
hold
get
back
back
when
to
he
you.
says stuff like this. Go ahead and speak your mind.
Don't you think?
I can't wait to get to 30 just
Oh,
to
yeah.
experience that.
Yeah.
Women don't experience that.
No, they don't.
And they're not aware that men are going through that either, are they?
No, they're not. Drew, you know what I'm
Maybe all
talking
men
about.
don't go through that.
Yeah, but you've gone through it, haven't you? Yeah, that's sort of you lose your will to live.
Yeah, that happens.
You just
That definitely happens.
You don't feel like cheating. You don't feel like that whole like I'm going to get drunk. I'm going to screw around with one of her friends. I'm going to get in a fight with one of my male buddies over her. That energy that you have, that
to do it on a weeknight.
that thing where you
To feel that way on a weeknight.
yeah, where you sex on a weeknight, or that sex at like 4 a.m. because you woke up in the middle of the night and all out the window. Just give me the remote, and wait to die.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah,
You do?
Yeah.
How many years have you been going out with her?
it's been almost 2 years now.
And you feel the same way about her?
I love her as much as I could love a woman, but she knows I'm in the wait to die phase, and believe me, she's thankful. It keeps.
Can't wait till you die.
It's like a dog. Like, you got a dog. I'm like an old dog. I just want to curl up by the fire. I don't want to jump the fence and go out and hump the neighbor's dog. I don't want to bark at the mailman. I don't want to chase cars down the street.
Well,
I just want to curl up by the fire.
I think you've had a stroke.
Could I've had a stroke?
I'm just hearing your history here, just abstracting a little bit. Yeah, not much of a reach for that.
No, that's what it is. Although,
I think it'd be more attractive if you wanted to curl up
by the
fire rather than jumping the fence.
Yeah, that's what I'm
her.
saying. Oh, yeah. Well, she can curl up by the fire, too.
Exactly. That's
Yeah,
a
that's
nice
fine.
thing.
Yeah.
How old was that kid? 11?
11.
Yeah.
Boy, they're getting to sound old these days, aren't they?
Well, yeah, but, people have people have girlfriends and boyfriends in the 6th grade.
It's true.
I didn't. You did?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. See, let me tell you about Portia. There's that sort of grow into your looks good looking, and then there were good looking, from the time the doctor slapped them good looking. Portia's got that kind of good looking. She was just good looking and always was.
I'll take that.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, you're tall, you're blonde, you're beautiful, high cheekbones and everything. She's just good looking straight through. Whereas there's, trying to think of the good looking. There's examples of actresses who sort of awkward, what have you, got
There's
into
lots
their,
of that.
grew into their looks.
Whenever you look at the yearbook pictures, it shock people.
Right. No, not Portia.
And then there's plastic surgery.
Always good looking. Yeah. And many years of good looking left in you, too.
You're not a bad guy. You
Right.
really aren't.
Oh, I know how to put out a compliment. Even if those folks don't compliment me, I can still compliment someone else. Would you like to say anything?
No.
No.
Melissa?
Melissa?
Huh?
She just woke up
sorry.
there.
You're 16. What's going on there?
Hi. Yeah. My friend, she stuffs her bra, and she's being a really big hypocrite about it, and all our friends are just sort of wondering what to do, confront her or.
She's being a hypocrite about it because has some sort of, she's leading some sort of campaign against those who stuff bras, or she's just lying?
Well, she goes, yeah, you should be proud of your body, and forget.
What's she stuffing her bra with?
I think they're these nylon pads or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they got those now. Do you see those on the? I think I'm going to buy some of those so I can have them by the fire. I'm going to need something to chew on, like a chew
plastic,
toy.
The mold, the plastic.
Yeah, there's inserts.
Silicone.
Yeah, they need one that makes that little sound when you bite into it. I could lie by the fire and chew on my simulated bra. Hey, my Wonder Mop came in the mail today, by the way.
What is that? What is a Wonder Mop?
One of the other signs that I'm waiting to die. I'm ordering not only stuff mail order late night, but cleaning products. I ordered a Wonder Mop.
Oh,
$65 this mop cost me. Came in the mail today. I couldn't have been more excited. The mop's here! I yelled as I did a victory lap around the house. All right, so Melissa.
Huh?
We got to go to break.
Well, let's wrap this up. Want
to wrap it up? We're going to talk to her when we come back.
No, let's wrap it up.
Okay.
It's understandable that you would be annoyed when somebody is espousing one position and so clearly not living up to that. Why don't you, if it is indeed your friend, why don't you explore with her how it is she actually feels about herself and why she needs to talk that way? And don't be so confrontative and don't put so much of yourself into this. I mean, this poor young lady is uncomfortable, and this is how she expresses that discomfort. Both by hiding who she is and then taking this position that is sort of defensive and is not her real honest feelings.
It's sort of weird because every time we think about her, we think about, she's having her, she's...
Well, how do you know this for sure, by the way?
Because she was in the bathroom and she was changing her shirt and he walked in and her pants sort of almost fell out.
Well, look.
How are you doing in the bra department, Melissa? Maybe getting at the real problem here.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Fine.
You fill out a bra okay on your own?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes when people have problems with other people and doing stuff, it means they see it in themselves a little bit. Now you're fine?
Well, just share with her how uncomfortable these things are.
Oh, please, who cares? Leave her alone. Let her stuff her bra. She you're probably cuter than she is, right, Melissa?
Sure.
Yeah, a little bit. And, she wants to meet guys. There's a lot of pressure on women. Leave her. She's doing what she can.
Okay.
Don't make fun of her.
Okay.
She's doing it because she's a little insecure and it's a tough time. Okay? Don't make. What if you confronted her and she killed herself?
Tell her to buy a padded bra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the Wonder Bra.
Yeah, get a Wonder Bra.
All right. You got one of those Wonder Bras, Portia?
Oh, I have all those things.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah.
They work, huh?
Oh, they're great.
Yeah.
They're fabulous. Tell her to get one of those. She'll be happy.
Huh, aren't those things expensive, though?
Expensive?
Yeah.
Well,
Wonder Bra.
well, I mean, they're a necessity, really, aren't they?
Are they?
Well, bras are,
Yeah.
whether wonderful or not.
Does your wife have a Wonder Bra, Drew?
I don't know. What are they?
Drew doesn't know anything. Drew, you know, because the Wonder Bra was invented, it was just like 6 years old or something, so that would be about, give it another 10 years, and Drew...
I'll know about it.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Drew, the man, has never seen The Shining, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're going to come back with Portia. We'll talk more about Scream 2 and me and you and Drew after this. Fine. Portia de Rossi is here. She, you remember her from Sirens, and you'll see her in Scream 2, and she's got a bunch of other movies coming out, too. She's from Australia. She now makes her home in L.A., and 23?
Yeah.
All right, so you got a big career ahead of you.
I'd like to.
Do you do modeling?
I used to model when I was young, but I didn't really like modeling too
Yeah,
much.
I got out of it, too. Hey, come on. I could do that, maybe. Oh, please, come on. No, okay.
I think there's a requirement of a will to live.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They can take pictures of me gnawing on my prosthetic breast curled up by the fire.
Squeegee breast?
My squeak breast by the fire, waiting to die. I'm one of those, yarn carpets, those yarn
Yes.
circular coiled carpets. Yeah, I could see it now. All right, Scream 2 out Friday. Don't miss it. I'm sure. So what was the budget on this?
I think it was around $20 million.
$20 million.
Yeah.
And they're going to make that the first week.
I'm sure they
It'll
will.
be the #1 movie. See, this is genius. And this is probably 5-7 million more than the first Scream because they're having to pay
Everybody up.
to come back.
How was working with David Arquette?
Except for Portia.
Did you work with David Arquette?
Actually.
Yeah, I did. He's great.
Yeah.
He's so much fun, David.
He's insane, though, right?
Oh, he's nuts.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's lovable crazy.
He's lovable. He can play pool. I like that in a man.
Oh, boy. You
We're
like
trying
him,
to figure
huh?
out how he goes from nut to Barney Fife. How he does that.
Yeah, how he can act. He seems too nuts to be able to act. He seems too nuts to drive. Really,
actually,
forget about acting.
One day he just decided to put some women's makeup on and get
That's-
into one of Nev's dresses and show up to the set. And, of course, he had to go back into makeup and get it all taken
He
off.
fit
And
in one of Nev Campbell's dresses.
he tried.
That seems to me to be a... I don't think Nev would like David much. I'm guessing that was the dynamic on the set. Nev seems like a bit of a tight ass to me. I mean,
no, not at all.
She's not?
No, she's really cool. She's a really cool girl. Nev.
really cool?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she's a lot of fun and
Fun?
yeah.
Boy. Yes,
In fact, her and David get along really well.
really?
Yeah.
It's just you she doesn't like, Adam.
Oh, is that it? Okay. Well, anyone doesn't like me, it's
not me, it's you.
No, I don't think she doesn't not like me. I don't think she likes the show much. I think Ann asked her to come back on. She didn't want to come back on, and blah, blah, blah. So I just labeled her tight ass. But she just gives that appearance off to me. I guess it's like too many years in the spotlight or something like that.
You
Seems
don't.
a little standoffish or something.
Well,
I don't know what it is.
You
don't get that? Well, you're like a fellow good-looking thespian, you know?
Yeah, but, just because she's a little serious in her early 20s and good-looking doesn't mean she's a tight ass.
Yeah. All right.
She doesn't have to be fun-loving and,
No, I mean, she doesn't have to run around and hug everybody.
Right.
She just seems kind of standoffish. And I just thought that her personality and David's personality would be like a bit of a clash. That's all. Because he's like kind of, he's like a chihuahua that's hopped up on meth. And she's more laid back. And I thought a guy like him would drive a girl like her nuts.
No,
But,
she takes everything in a stride.
Oh, okay.
We all get along.
All right. There's got to be one troublemaker there. Courtney Cox,
No,
big pain in the ass.
not a troublemaker.
Prima donna.
No, not at all. No, she was great.
The guy who does that scary voice.
Well,
Troublemaker,
yeah,
that's-
that's a diva
yeah.
right there, yeah.
Jeanette,
Yes.
you're 23.
Yeah, I'm thinking about having a hysterectomy.
Why?
Well, I have endometriosis, and I've gone through a couple surgeries and a couple different treatments, and I'm getting tired of it.
You're 23.
Yeah. I'm tired of the pain. I'm tired of the inconvenience. I'm tired of missing work every month. I've already had, like I said, a couple surgeries, so...
Well, you had a couple laparoscopies, presumably.
I had a laparoscopy and I had a laparotomy as well.
Now, what did they do when they were in there?
They tried to get out all the endometriosis that they could.
Mm-hmm. And what did they find?
They found a lot, and they weren't sure that they got it all.
Mm-hmm. And it, always tends to come back. How about in terms of hormonal therapy?
I had some shots in my stomach for a couple months that stopped me cold. I basically went through menopause, and that didn't work either.
Anything else?
Do you have any kids?
No. But I'd like to someday. I mean, I figure I can adopt if it comes down to it.
Well, what about that, host mom thing?
Yeah,
Can you do that?
You could retain your ovaries, I suppose, and or else freeze some eggs.
Could I keep my ovaries?
You can, yeah. I mean, they can do that, but I always worry about that. I mean, I don't want to alarm anybody, but I'm convinced that slightly increases the risk of ovarian cancer myself, and I may not be in the majority in that opinion. And harvesting the eggs,
I'm sure a lot of our stone listeners from Orange County beg to differ.
Yeah. And I don't know how the harvest procedure is changed by a lack of a uterus, or whether it is. Because normally when they harvest the eggs, they actually take a long needle and poke it through the wall of the vagina and just poke it right into the follicle and suck the egg out. That's how after hyperstimulating the ovaries. Boy, Jeanette, hey, why don't you hang in there for a little while and have some kids and then have hysterectomy? I mean,
yeah, well, I've been going through it for about 10 years now.
I understand you've had it for a long time, and it really sounds like...
Well, maybe she doesn't want kids.
Well, she said she does.
Well, all right.
I mean...
Should I maybe try one of the other treatments again? I mean...
Yeah, I mean, I really... I would think that someone who wants to have children, who relinquishes that potential, it certainly makes it a lot more complicated and risky.
My last doctor told me the next step was a hysterectomy.
Well, that's fine, and that may be the next step, but I think that was more of a threat than a statement of plan. And indeed, if you want to get pregnant, it is important that you get pregnant soon, because with endometriosis, over time, your risk of infertility goes up. And the chances are you will be infertile by the time you're 30 or so. So it really is something that, unfortunately, you may need to kind of push along a little bit.
Turn into a gynecological clinic tonight. No, I'm not criticizing you. I'm just saying I've had a lot of these calls. What other show would tackle these tough issues? I ask you, Portia.
None that I would visit. I feel like I'm at my gynecologist right now.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Loving it.
Yeah, for me, it's like being a gynecologist sidekick. Like the boy wonder. Not really Batman. Drew's Batman, but I'm sort of the guy who hangs out and cleans up. All right, Drew, we're not taking Amy.
Okay.
Because
what do you want?
Well,
this one?
The show's it's turning such a downer.
I'm just.
Well, you don't give me the psh.
Look at the rest of them.
How to end an emotionally abusive relationship. Come on. We just got off a very difficult call. What about this one? Well, what time is it? All right, let's talk to Patrick.
Oh, hi.
You're 15.
Yeah. All right, my question was about my ex-girlfriend. My friend actually met her online.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, I guess they started to hit it off and everything. And they started going out, and this guy used to be my friend, and I thought he was my friend and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he's getting ready to ask her out and telling some of my friends about it, and it came around to me. And I was like, I didn't think it was true, but then I talked to my ex-girlfriend, and she said it was true, that she thinks that he likes her, and I still kind of care about her and everything, and I was wondering what I should do.
You're right. This call is tragic, true in its own boring way. Patrick.
Yeah?
You like girls, right?
Yeah.
This is your ex-girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to do what he wants to do, unfortunately.
How ex is she? How long?
It's been about 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh.
Yeah, but they only went out for 3 days.
Oh, is that right?
No.
I was just kidding, Drew. See, that's comedy. Oh, boy. You see what I have to deal with each night? The one time he does actually hear something I says, he takes it seriously. All right. How do we tackle this in about 30 seconds?
let it be known that it upsets him, and it's a little bit of a betrayal that the friend would do this.
How about a plea to the girl? I mean, what if we were going out and we broke up, Portia? Not that we'd ever, break up.
Go out.
We start going out. Not that you could ever muster the strength to do it, but let's just say we did. And I called you and I said, listen, I'm still thinking about you. It's only been a couple of weeks. You think you'd give it a few more weeks before you start dating one of my good buddies?
Well, I think that would depend on the reason why she broke up with you.
Right. There's some malice there.
Well, I mean, I don't know if she'd necessarily be on your side or her own. If she wants to go out with him, she should be free to do whatever she wants.
Well, this is what happens when you're 15.
Right.
And it's all just sort of grist for the adult male. Hey, that sounded all right. All right, Portia de Rossi, we hear you have to leave.
Yes, I do.
I'm sure. You got to, what do you got to do?
Well, I have a premiere tomorrow. I have to go look beautiful or do a face mask or something.
Oh, okay. All right. So Portia's got to go put cucumbers on her eyelids. But Drew and I will be here. And go see Scream 2. Mickey Pie. Dr. Drew, Adam Carolla. Portia has left the building, and we will be back in 10 seconds. It is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. It's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. John Haidt will be in here on Thursday. For those of you who don't know who John Haidt is, I will inform you on Thursday. He's an idol of mine and a man I've been wanting to meet for about 15 years. So, geez, maybe more than 15 years. Wow. Holy Christ, I'm old.
Huh.
Anyway, great singer, great songwriter. I think one of the best ever. And I'll be real glad to meet him come Thursday. Now, today, Drew, and my mind is really going.
Why?
Because you know how I have this difficulty remembering names and faces and that kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's like old playmates.
Right.
It's really selective, my mind. I was at a restaurant today meeting a guy to do an interview. Ran into Amanda DeCadney. DeCadney? She's like DeCadney. She's this model who was John Taylor's from Duran Duran's ex-wife. They have a kid. She was on the show.
Right.
Come walking out of the bathroom. She's sitting with her folks, and she stops me. Hey, Adam. Hey. Now, you see, not only do I not know people's names, but I don't even know what context do I know them. Yeah. I don't know why I know them.
Right.
I don't know if I had sex with them, perhaps, although that's slim. Yeah. Although that has happened once before. Well, one time, this is one of the greatest stories of my life. I was at a restaurant speaking to a very fine-looking receptionist, or what do they call them at a restaurant? Hostess at a restaurant. And I was saying to my buddies after she seated us, hey, I don't know if you guys got a good look at her, but she was pretty sporty. And one of my friends piped up and said, yeah, you had sex with her.
Oh.
I said, oh, my God, this is great. And I didn't believe them. And it turned out to be some girl had sex with like 5 years earlier who'd given herself a makeover. And I had no idea that we went out like 3 times or something. Thank you, Engineer Mike, for pulling up Patty Farinelli. Now, see if you can find a better picture. Did you do that? Thank you. Anyway, so there I am with Amanda, and I can't think of her name for the life of me. And then here comes a guy from the TV show.
Uh-oh.
Gareth Proven.
Oh, yeah, Gareth, who doesn't work with us anymore, though.
No. This guy had an important job over on the TV show.
Yes, you'd see him all day, every day.
All day, every day. Here's the beauty of me.
He's the only guy with an accent.
He's from England. The beauty of me is I work on a TV show. I have no idea who does what job. I do my thing. Drew does his thing. And I know David and Scott, the producers. And other than that, I don't know who the hell anybody is.
You know Courtney.
Yeah, Courtney does. She does the cue cards.
Right, so you can actually talk.
Yeah, I talk to her. And Scott does a set and brings the sodas.
You don't have to go through the whole.
And hold on, I'm not done yet. Anyway, this guy I've never seen. I've seen the guy a million times, could not remember his name. So now I'm standing between a guy whose name I should definitely know because I've been working with him for the last year, and a girl who was a guest on the show a few months back. trying to introduce them to each other, not knowing any of them. And then she said they were talking to her about trying out to be the girl in the audience, and I'm thinking, oh boy. A complete mess. And then Ann at the K-Rock's Almost Acoustic Christmas on Friday, Terry Nunn from Berlin was doing an interview with some internet guy, something. Did you see those guys set up? And they had me lined up to do an interview next, and she kind of spotted me, and she said, oh, hey, it's Adam. Come sit down. And I said, no, just, finish your interview. I had no idea who she was. Sit down. I thought, no. I said, no, just go ahead. You go ahead and finish your interview. And then when she stood up, she said, hey, Adam, how you doing? And I said, hey. And she said, and we started talking for a minute, and then she just stopped right in the middle. She goes, you don't know who I am, do you? Oh. And I went, oh, yeah. It's always getting myself in deeper.
But that is so aggressive for somebody to say that to you.
I know.
It really is obnoxious.
I never do that. I always say my name to people.
Right. I would feel bad if somebody didn't remember who I was, and I wouldn't blame them for forgetting. You know what I mean?
No, but this girl, it's so bizarre that Terry Nunn was somebody who was in a group that I used to listen to, in high school or growing up, and she was like a real sex symbol and everything. And I was just standing there going, and we had her on the show, and I had a great time with her.
Yep.
As I recall, had no idea. So I don't know what the hell's wrong with my mind. I can remember car parts and Playmates. Those are my thing.
Throughout history.
Throughout history.
Yeah. Not just this
like
year.
A Slave Cylinder and Patty Farinelli. December 81. All right. Where were we? Amy.
Yeah.
You're 18.
Yes, I am. I'm calling because my boyfriend is kind of, I don't know, he says really mean things to me, and I know it's not right, but I still want to be with him, but then there's times when I don't, and I don't know how to, stay out of the relationship.
What's he say to you?
He calls me a bitch a lot, if I make him mad.
What kind of things make him mad? What kind of things make him mad?
Just anything.
Well, that's good. How old is he?
He's 17.
Oh, that's nice. 17-year-old guy. Hey, bitch.
Yeah.
You're 18, right?
Yeah.
Hey, no one should be able to call you anything that's younger than you are. That's my first rule. Especially a 17-year-old dating. A 17-year-old dating an 18-year-old girl should just be
an homage.
Every day.
Yeah.
You should be bowing at your altar.
You obviously don't know me.
What's the matter? What's the matter with you?
I don't know.
You don't feel good about yourself?
Yeah.
What happened? Your parents not good to you?
Not really.
What happened?
Well, they tried, but my dad is he's like my boyfriend is.
Oh, well, hold on a second.
He also hit me.
Oh, yeah.
I was, on the way in here, I was thinking to myself, we've spent an awful lot of time pointing this pattern out, but it's so hard to get people to sort of detach from this pattern. I mean, what can we do to solve this problem? Is there anything we can offer, any advice we can give these people other than, can you see the relationship? Stop doing that.
Well,
Which they don't.
I mean, you see the relationship between the way Dad treated you and the way boyfriend is now treating you.
Right, and it's it's become axiomatic now on this show. It's become a matter of fact.
Right.
That anybody who listens with any degree of regularity will hear us and understand that connection. Now, it's our job to figure out some solutions.
Right.
What can we do together? Other than say, knock it off.
That's why I'm calling you.
Yeah.
I'm stuck on the solution part.
Well, maybe some of it has to do with trying to repair something with the person that caused it initially.
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, 6 years of therapy will help tremendously.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about possibly repairing a relationship with Dad, if that's possible, which is sort of part of the reason why all the reason why you're going this direction in the first place. Well, listen, I'm looking for answers, you jackhole.
Well, but a lot of it, I'm sure, is she's sort of stuck. Listen to that 12-year-old voice and stuff, too.
Oh, boy. Hey, Amy, do you have any kind of relationship with your dad?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? What if you said to your dad, hey, Dad, you did some stuff to me when I was growing up that I thought was real unfair.
Yeah.
And I know you're my dad, and I love you, and we're blood, and I'd like to have a good relationship with you, but I'm really upset about some of the stuff that went on. Do you think there's a way
I already did that.
we could work on this? You did?
Yeah.
And what happened?
He hit her.
No,
No.
no. Everything's okay with my family right
I see.
now.
There's a big difference between.
There's a high stress level, but I mean, he hasn't done that in, I don't know, a couple of
But
years.
in the meantime, her sort of emotional development arrested back with how he treated her back when
Right.
he had a different set of needs.
Well, I don't think there's any magic pill for this stuff. I mean, I went through a lot of this stuff growing up, whether it be in relationships or, for me, it was just all professionally. I mean, I wanted to be a comedian since I was, 18, but I couldn't get out of the shadows of my sort of low self-esteem and being told I was stupid and failing in school and having, family that wasn't really interested in any of my endeavors. And it took just many years just to push through it. And
how did you get it, though? I mean, we were talking, you and I, and you distilled it down to the notion of turning from looking outside of yourself as the cause of your problems to looking inside of yourself and begin solving problems. Taking responsibility for everything that happens to you.
Right.
How do you get somebody to get that? To say, I understand that it's these abusive boyfriends I choose. It's not the abusive boyfriend that's the problem. It's that I choose it, I accept that responsibility, I'm going to change that.
Well, here's the problem, as I see it. We're living in a society that is all about immediate gratification.
Right.
We now have cameras where you take the picture, you see the picture.
Yeah.
Back in my day, it was like, you're developing film that you took on vacation in 1967.
You sent away for 2 weeks, got it back on slides.
Maybe. Hell, stuff wasn't even open on Sundays.
Right.
I could remember getting like some money. Like I always got money for Christmas, for instance. That was the way my family was. I just tell them, listen, you got $30. I'm not going to let you go out and squander. It's only $30 I'm going to see all year. Don't go squander it on something. Just give it to me, and I'll go buy a bike part.
Right.
I would go out. Christmas would be on
a piece of a bike that you were building piece by piece over many years.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, the point is I had two choices. My family, they would said, look, we got $50 to spend on you. Now we can go out and buy a Huffy, which is a piece of crap. At least it was back then. And you're not going to want to be seen on it. Or we can give you the $50 and you can buy a rim, a pair of forks, and a pair of handlebars. And then when your birthday comes around, you could buy a frame, a chain, and a back tire. And it sort of went that way. But you could have a better bike when it was all said and done. I decided to go the long route and get the better bike. But the point is I would get the money on Christmas, Friday, Saturday, and nothing open Sunday. I mean, no way. I could remember having to wait the weekend till Monday to go out.
Sometimes things would open on Saturday.
Deal with stuff. Right. Yeah, that was the juice. But the point is it's now about immediate gratification. And people need answers now. And they need fixes now. And it's your world, according to Reebok. And why should you spend years of, in therapy and get involved with self-introspection and all that kind of stuff and analysis? You need something now. And there is no shortcut for this. Her dad did damage to her that's going to take years to reverse.
You're probably right, but we're really talking about the behavior changing. And are there ways to change the behavior in the short term that might help her in better relationship settings, heal some of these things that...
you can take a real practical approach to things, which is like here's what I do. I'm the world's laziest guy. I have horrible habits, and if I go on autopilot, my car will look like I live in it in a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
So what I do is every night I come home at 12:30, I get out of the car, and I look down at this coffee mug I've been drinking out of that's been rolling around my passenger seat. And I say, pick it up and bring it upstairs and put it in the sink. And then I go, nah, don't bother. And then I go, no, do it. And then I say, listen, grab the effing mug and bring it upstairs. And I just grab it and bring it upstairs. Now, I shouldn't. This is about 15 to 20 minutes. I was gang raped by the car the other night. But the point is I do it because I realize that this is a part of me that if I go unchecked, for me, this is like someone being having diabetes and not taking their insulin.
Right.
I have to do it, or the car's going to look like a band of gypsies lived in it in about a week. And I just grab the mug and I do it. It goes against everything I've ever learned, but ultimately the mug gets put in the sink and I feel better. There's a certain pragmatic sort of action that you need to take, which is just start doing it.
Yeah.
You know your dad beat you. You know your boyfriend's abusive. Now do it. We don't have time for therapy. You may get a black eye between now and the next trip to the therapist's office. By the way, got home at 4 o'clock last night because I did this signing thing. One of my buddies was heading down my stairs at 4 in the morning as I parked on my dark street, got out of my car, turned around my garage, and saw this 6'1", 200-pound shadowy figure heading down the stairs at me, and it was right in my face as I turned the corner. Like I messed in my pants. And he was very casual. Hey, did you see my car? No. It's 4 in the morning. You know what he was doing?
No.
Dropping off tools.
Oh.
I lent him tools. I lent the guy tools a week earlier.
You got there at 11 o'clock and just started sifting through your porn collection.
No, he never went in the house. I started chastising him on the phone a week ago. Hey, where's my effing Sawzall? So he came by 4 in the morning, drop it off. Those are my friends. Ariel.
Hello?
Ariel.
It's me.
Yeah, you're 16. What's happening?
Yeah, I'm here, and
Okay.
I'm here with my friend Jan and my boyfriend Eric, and we're laying in the same bed, and we had some dye, like regular hair dye for your hair, and we were going to dye each other's pubes tonight, and we were wondering if there's anything like health problems or something that could come up, with that.
Your dad could walk in and kill Jan and Eric?
No.
No?
I'm at Jan's house.
Oh, you're Jan's house. Jan's dad could... wait a minute. Jan is a girl?
Yeah.
And Ariel.
Ariel?
Ariel's a girl.
Uh-huh.
And then you got your boyfriend.
Uh-huh.
Your boyfriend.
My boyfriend.
Now, you don't mind your boyfriend looking at Jan's pubic region?
No.
Oh, you don't?
It's all cool.
It's all cool.
We're all really good friends and stuff. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that mean, really good friend?
I'm pretty tight with the guy who was walking down the stairs last night. Doesn't mean I dyed his pubes out in the street.
No, well, we just want to dye our pubes.
No, stay with us on this. Wait a minute. What do you mean? What does that mean? We're all just good friends?
Well, we thought it'd be cool to
No,
dye.
wait, stay with me. Your boyfriend, somebody you were in a monogamous relationship with, right?
Explain monogamous.
Is just you and he are exclusive?
Yeah.
There's another woman there, right? Another girl.
Yes, it's yeah.
Well, what if they should start messing around? How would that make you feel?
They're not going to. They're my friends.
All right. Well, let me put it this way. And God knows, from listening to Loveline, no friend has ever made a sexual advance on another friend's boyfriend or girlfriend.
Oh.
God forbid. Ariel,
What?
do you think it would be okay with him if you helped dye one of his buddies from the
football team?
From the football team's pubic hair?
And you were all just lying around there together?
Probably not.
Yeah, hey, I wonder why that... Why?
No,
Well, wait a minute.
Just a good
You're
friend.
friends.
Just a good friend.
Okay, maybe he'd be okay. Would you? I don't know.
Let me put him on.
Okay.
All right.
Let's talk to you.
Hello?
Hey, Eric.
Hi.
Jesus Christ, I'm going to kill this guy. It's the life of Riley. He's lying around like Warren Beatty from Shampoo.
How old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah.
17.
17.
And how old is Jan?
16.
Is she good looking?
She's all right.
Mm-hmm. And
You
how's
can't
it?
say it's a girlfriend.
Right. How's Ariel looking?
She's real good looking.
Uh-huh. And you guys all want to go for a pube dyeing party?
Yeah.
And is there something that's kind of exciting about seeing other people's pubes?
Sure.
Yeah. And Ariel doesn't really seem to mind that you look at her friend's pubes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. How long you been going out with Ariel?
About 3 months, I guess.
Uh-huh. And have you never went out with Jan, huh?
No.
No hanky-panky with Jan.
Uh-uh.
Mm-hmm. And is everything going all right with you and Ariel?
Yeah.
You ever talk about having a threesome?
No.
No.
Uh-uh.
This is not quite a threesome. It's like a 2 1/4-some or something. Anytime you're introducing someone else's pubic region into you and your girlfriend's, it's a pubesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So obviously you're all for it. Put Ariel back on the phone.
All right.
Nice. You're quite articulate.
Yes.
Hello?
All right. So Ariel?
Jan is into Eric, by the way. We gotta just check.
Yeah, I'm thinking Jan, by the way, is into your boyfriend. Jan doesn't. Here, let me guarantee you something. Jan does not have a boyfriend.
No.
No, she doesn't.
Magic.
What a surprise! What a surprise! And she kind of likes Eric a little bit.
No.
Yeah.
No, she just was in this relationship, and no, it's not possible.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How are you doing? You doing all right in school?
Most of the time.
Where's your dad?
He lives with me at home.
Where's your mom?
She lives with me at home.
You guys get along okay?
Lives with you.
No.
What's the situation? What's the problem?
She's psycho.
Mom's psycho.
She doing drugs or something?
No, she's just religious.
See what happens? All you religious zealots out there? It's pube dying time for the kids. You stay home and look up John 3:16, and your daughter will be in the John with red dye number 16.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, Drew. Is that good radio or what? All right, what color are you going to dye your pubes?
Well, we have a bright pink and a metallic silver. We were going to do half and half.
And you have no problem, and you're going to have the lights turned on and everything.
Yeah.
And everyone's going to be just naked from the waist, totally naked? Do you have to take your top off to dye your pubes, Drew? It's going to be the name of my next book. Everyone's going to have their pants off.
Yeah.
And what if the guy, and you're going to be like helping each other a little bit?
Well, we're going to be in the same room. I don't think, no, we're just going to...
So you have absolutely no qualms about your boyfriend looking at Jan's hoochie?
Dude, no, he's seen other boochie before, okay? He knows what it looks like.
Oh, okay. So he can just go around and look at whatever he wants to look at, and you have no problem with that. All right. I got to find me one of these. You have an older sister?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
How old is she?
18.
That's good enough.
Yeah, but she's one of those religious zealots.
Oh, boy. All right. So you're off to introduce Satan into the family tree.
Amen.
All right. Well, you're well on your way.
Okay.
All right.
Ariel, let's just understand that this is the reason what we're trying to explore with you and point out is that this is no way to conduct a relationship, that this relationship is going to go down in flames because there are no boundaries, there's no respect, there's no mutuality.
Is it safe, though?
You can burn yourself with these dyes.
All right, we'll be careful. Adam?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to tell you that I love you.
Oh, really?
And Jan loves you, too.
Really?
And we'd love to do this with you sometime, too.
Well, let me talk to Jan for one moment, please.
Okay.
Put her on.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Adam?
Yes.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, Rainbow Crotch. Hey, Jan.
Yes.
Let's be serious for just 1 second.
Yes.
Please, can you please be honest with me?
Yes.
Eric's kind of cute, isn't he?
I don't know.
A little bit.
Jan, please.
Jan, come on. You know, he's cute.
Well, I'm quite in love with somebody right now anyway. And
you are?
Not, yeah.
Anyway.
Uh-huh. But,
In spite of how she feels about Eric.
Eric's not a bad guy.
No, I don't. No.
Not bad looking. There's nothing wrong with admitting that your girlfriend's boyfriend is handsome.
Yeah, he's okay, I guess. I'm quite in love with somebody else, so it's, you know.
Mm-hmm. When's he
So the fact that she feels this way about Eric is just
incidental.
Does incidentally.
Right. So the point is you like Eric, you wouldn't mind Eric, but the point is you're involved with someone else emotionally.
Right.
Even though that guy
And
dumped.
we're just having a break right now.
Even though that guy dumped you.
You're
yes.
taking a little
Even
break right now.
Right.
A little pube dying break. Okay. Well, I'm sure you guys will be back together soon.
I hope so.
I'm telling you, you guys are a 6-pack of Mickey's Big Mouth away from a big tub orgy. You understand that?
Yes.
You guys drinking tonight?
No.
Okay. Any plans of getting a few beers?
No, we're just
Okay.
hanging around
All right.
listening to
Don't do
Loveline,
it.
and that's about it.
Don't.
All right. All right. You have my blessing. You don't have Drew's blessing, but you have my blessing.
Well, thank you.
All right.
And so there's no, like, hazards or anything,
Yes, you
right?
can burn yourself. It's a very delicate area.
Oh, really?
You have to be very careful.
Is
Don't
there,
do the
is there
bleaching.
any kind of dyes or anything that we could use?
Yeah, those very water-soluble ones, I understand.
Yeah.
And this was a thing about 3 years ago.
I know.
3 or 4 years ago. We haven't heard about this in a while, and I'm a little dumbfounded to hear it come back in so
Right.
boldly.
And I recommend a green for the holiday season. Now, what goes good on crabs? I'm trying to think.
Red and green.
Red and green?
Well, that's the crabs will lend the red.
Okay, yeah, that's great. And it moves around like a kaleidoscrotch. Okay, we'll be back.
Sleeves and couldn't survive.
Yeah, everyone looks better. That's why they all look better over there. Like when you see that movie, St. Elmo's Fire, you know? Everyone wearing those nice jackets and scarves and stuff. The weather, gets down to like 35 or 40 out here.
That's
and
when you
people
put Southern California people in those clothes.
Yeah.
People that really live in those clothes.
You know what? They know how to layer.
They know how to
That's right.
layer.
That's right.
That's what it is, Ian. Yeah, because people were in line, like, wearing... First off, there's just people wearing T-shirts, just stunned. Like, and we'd say to them, hey, it's 3 in the morning. It is as cold as it's been here in 10 years. You're wearing a T-shirt. Yeah, I know. You didn't want to put a jacket on? Yeah. People wearing like Birkenstock sandals, but they put socks on. Well, it's just no clue. People in L.A., when it gets really cold, they just have no idea what to do, except for black people. They know how to dress when the weather gets cold. They have big parkas and full-length dusters and like cashmere rain. What are those called? Those cashmere evening coats and stuff like that.
Oh wow!
They know how to do it. White guys, especially from the valley, they freak out. They just start layering sweatshirts. They got the hoods like pulled up over and like a t-shirt over the sweatshirt. And like I said, a lot of guys wearing jackets like Santa Anita windbreakers and stuff. People just don't have jackets. And then I realized, look, if the guy from Fiend didn't give me a jacket, I wouldn't have one either. All right, so it was kind of funny. Where the hell were we, Drew?
I'm going to Charles Grodin tomorrow. How was that?
Why?
I don't know.
You're not doing it alone.
No.
They told you. They didn't tell you you're going to do it with 15 other people you never heard of.
I heard Jenica's going to be on. I don't understand that match.
Jenica Berger?
Yeah.
From Men Behaving Badly? What are you talking about?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Probably going to bash men or something. All right, well, that'll be a disaster. Sarah, you're 26.
Yes.
And hold on a second.
And thank you for your support.
Oops, I just hung up because you kicked the thing while I was pressing hold. Oh, boy. Hey, Drew, you punched the thing while I was punching the thing out.
What was your thing? What were you going to say?
Don't take any crap from that Charles Grodin when he tries to pretend like he's never heard of the show or he gets in and don't take any of that ass from him.
All right.
Tell him to read the effing bio. That's what I told him. Come on the show and give me crap. All right. I'm sure he'll treat you with put the kid gloves on. Ann.
Yes, hi.
You're 30. Sarah, hey, we're sorry. I was putting you on hold, and the hold button is right next to the drop button, and as my finger, so the hold button is a quarter inch to the right of the drop button, and as my finger was coming down onto the hold button, Drew hit his Marks-a-Lot board, which hit my little console thing, which slid it a half inch to the right, which made my finger come right down on the drop button, and we hung up on Sarah.
Yep.
All right. I don't know what she's going to do, but we apologize. Anyway, Ann.
Hi.
Hey, and what was Sarah's problem, by the way?
Something about, I think it was the why.
I didn't read the thing.
I think it was why would a guy, it's similar to Ann's question.
Oh, okay. No, you'll be the Sarah Ann.
Okay, that's my question anyway.
No. He was videotaping himself masturbating?
Right.
Oh, for Christ's sake. The one call that I hang up on in my 2 years here on Loveline, the guy was videotaping while he was masturbating.
Well, that's worse than my problem.
And yours, well, Adam
that's my point. All right, Sarah, so what's going on? I mean, Ann.
Okay, sorry, Sarah. Okay, anyways, I work nights, and when I came home one night, I discovered something in the dirty clothes hamper, and when I asked my husband what it was, he kind of didn't know conveniently. Mm-hmm. It was a wet handkerchief.
Uh-huh.
Tells me it's oil or something like that. He must have cleaned something up.
Uh-huh.
Which I knew what it was because I could smell.
That's whale oil.
Yeah.
That ain't no 30 weight.
Exactly, and I persisted and to find out later that he had was watching something on television and did his little thing, and it's kind of disturbing to me.
That's like McGruff, the hamper, the semen sniffing hamper dog.
Well, I suppose that I do know that smell.
Here's how I get stuff out of my hamper. I take a harpoon. It's really just a sharpened mop handle, and I stab it into the middle of the hamper, and I pull the whole thing up like I'm pulling a popsicle out of its receptacle. And then I take it and I heave it over my shoulder in the direction of the laundry room, and it breaks apart, sometimes in the air, oftentimes when it hits the basement wall.
Does it shatter?
Yeah, there's a competition in Scotland where guys see how far they can throw my hamper. A bunch of big fat guys in kilts, drunk on Guinness, grab the handle that's been stuffed into my hamper and see how far they can heave it. I think 33 feet is the current record. All right. So he'd been masturbating.
Yeah, and it was kind of... I figured this happens before marriage. I guess I'm just kind of surprised that it would happen after.
Oh, boy. 30-year-old Ann.
Well, it's normal for married men to do this, and you had actually opened your statement with the fact that you're away at nights too, right? Making it all that more sort of important that he do that and not do other things while you're away at nights.
Oh, Drew, good angle.
I guess the question I'm having more
importantly, it's not so much that he did that. I guess I'm stupid for feeling this way, but I felt like it was kind of touching oneself is okay with me, but I guess the full orgasm is kind of disturbing. I mean, for something.
Yeah, so it's okay to like scratch yourself, or like if you're going to the bathroom, be all right to touch your penis.
Sure. Or doing it when I'm there. It's fine. But I don't like the thought of...
Boy, poor Ann would not score high on your personal rating scale, would she?
No, that'd be big. You'd be big trouble. We'd have difficulty. We'd have to have a long talk before we moved in.
Okay.
All right, but so Ann, how long have you been married?
3.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Marriage going okay?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, fine.
What we doing rifling through the hamper?
Well, I just put my stuff in there, and I'm really picky about putting wet things in the hamper. I hate mildew.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw this wet thing there.
How about Mandu? All right. Well, should she have the hamper checked for?
What I want to know is this
EPT?
Is this not just? Is this just normal behavior, or is there things that cause this stress or something?
Normal.
It's perfectly normal.
All right, Ann. We gotta go to break, but hang on because we gotta delve into your psyche just a little bit.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Stay there. Is your husband around?
No, he's in bed.
Yeah, that's what you think. All right. Oh boy, gonna find the comforter spot welded to the box spring when she comes back. All right, and when we come back, we're going to explain to you a few things and find out what the background is, because there's something about a 30-year-old woman who feels that her sort of soiling himself with his masturbatory habits. It's a little strange at age 30, but I don't know. All right, we'll be back. Hey, Loveline, all you crazy cats. You're listening to Big Boss Man, Adam Carolla, and the Love Doctor. Dr. Drew. It's back. To the horn we blow. Ann.
Yes.
All right. So, you're 30.
Yes.
Eating a sunflower seed. You found something moist in the hamper. Sent it down to the lab. Quincy phoned in immediately and told you it was man gravy on the hanky. And then you confronted your husband.
And just puked.
He told you that he admitted to it immediately.
No.
No.
He lied to me.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. What was his? Oh, he said it was oil.
Yeah.
All right, but you've discerned that it was not oil.
Obviously.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it was. What he say? Did he?
No, it was the smell. Remember that tipped her off.
Oh, really?
Well, besides being wet and the smell, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And then she went out the house an hour later, and someone was like, "Hey, man, look, you got some like sperm on your nose or something."
I don't like the lying part for one.
Yeah, but you understand, and you have to lie to you.
No.
Yes.
You don't.
Yes, because you're rifling through the hamper, you're coming up with some evidence, and you're approaching him, saying what was going on here. You understand?
Well, if it's not wrong or if it's not abnormal, then why lie?
Because you
make
it
to it,
abnormal. You make it wrong.
He knows how you'd react, and he's sort of protecting both of you from that encounter.
He's thinking, geez, I'd like to keep up with this. I want to save the marriage. I don't want to get in a big blowout here.
He assumes how I'll act.
No, he doesn't assume. He knows. He's lived with you for, he's been married to you for 3.5 years. He knows how you are. You see what I'm saying? Listen, there's a little bit of... There's a little bit of blackmail that people do to other people when they react certain ways to certain things, which is people stop talking. People just realize that, listen, she's going to go nuts if she hears this, so I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to deal with it.
Well, what makes a person want to do that alone, and why not with their spouse?
All right, see, this is what we're talking about.
This is the why reason. He didn't tell you.
That's why he lied, because he knew that was going to be the next one.
Well, why wouldn't you want to share that with somebody?
That's why he lied.
Adam, fill her in.
Okay.
Okay, fill me in.
All right, first off, Ann, what kind of background do you come from?
Oh?
Mm-hmm. What's going on? Religious?
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah, surprise.
But not extreme.
Uh-huh. And,
I knew you'd catch that, Adam.
you don't have, do you have brothers?
I had 2 brothers, yeah. No sisters.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't talk about that, though, with me.
Yeah.
I didn't eavesdrop.
And your folks sort of told you that...
My father, it wasn't allowed to be discussed.
Right.
What wasn't?
See.
These topics.
These sorts of topics weren't allowed to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
With my mother, I could discuss it, but we didn't talk about that.
Right. But
That's not, sex, I'm a sexual person.
Mm-hmm.
I just never have met a guy married. I guess I've never heard of a guy married. I figured before marriage. I mean, we've talked about it before.
No. Here's the thing, Ann. People withhold a lot of stuff from you because they know you're going to spin out a little bit.
Let me sort of...
There's a whole world of masturbation out just past your front door that's going on that or actually on the other side of your front door as well, and in your den that you're not aware of.
Here's the spin. That's hers. She married it. That's hers now.
Right. That's your penis.
He can't continue using it like it was his own. It's hers now.
Ann. All right. So you love your husband.
Yeah.
At least you did love your husband before the tragedy of masturbation struck the
No,
house.
there's other tragedies, but that's one
Uh-huh.
that I cannot understand.
Uh-huh. Do you have kids?
Yeah, we have a toddler.
Yeah, okay. Here's what goes on. Your husband knows that you're uptight about this stuff.
And you're working at night. And you've got a kid.
Exactly.
And he doesn't want to pound on you about all this.
And your husband is doing what all guys do, which is they take care of themselves that way. He did it long before he met you. He's going to do it during your relationship. And if, God forbid, something happens to your relationship, he'll be doing it well after.
Okay.
That as well. This is a fact of life. All guys do it.
All guys do it.
Absolutely.
Yes, do not... even if it was only your husband that did it, it would still be all right.
No, I believe that all guys did it at least once or twice. I just figured in their lifetime.
Once or twice in their lifetime?
I just figured...
Wait, Adam.
That's substitute the word lifetime for daytime.
But I figured in high school...
And there you have it. For me, at least.
I don't think she believes you, Adam.
No, I just figured in high school, and then when you get a partner, why would you bother with yourself?
Because it's like saying, if someone gives you a bath once a week, why bother showering the other 6 days? It is something that you've been doing your whole life. It becomes ingrained.
It's selfish?
Selfish?
Yeah.
All right. See, Ann, you've got some issues,
this is
sweetheart.
hers. She's
Yeah,
married,
you
it's
got some
hers.
serious issues, baby.
It's her deal.
You got to look into those issues. You understand?
Issues of whether I should feel this way or...
Yes. Because each time we try to explain to you that it's normal, you say it's selfish.
I'm asking you. It's not because of a control thing?
No, it's not. Listen, it's selfish like it's as selfish as having a croissant with your breakfast. It's just something I enjoy. It tastes good or it feels good, and it's something I enjoy. It's not hurting anybody else.
Okay.
And that's fine. Now, if you went out and baked a dozen croissants and he then walked to the market and came back with one, maybe that's selfish. But if you're going to be gone all night and the oven's idle, well, then it's time to break out the pastry dough.
Thanks.
All right, so Ann?
Yes.
Please. Not this Ann. This Ann. It's the 90s now. Come on now.
Okay.
And if you don't want your husband to lie, don't create an environment where he thinks you're going to spit out if he tells you the truth.
No, I wasn't mad at him.
Just out of curiosity,
no.
does he drink a little bit?
No.
Okay.
Because that's
Because you need to cope.
That's the kind of codependency that results in a raging alcoholic.
I know, but the beauty of someone like Ann is, and this is what all people do, a lot of moms do this. No. I just asked him. I didn't confront him. I didn't have an accusatory tone.
Yeah.
I'm not judging him. I just asked him, and he lied straight in my face. And then go on to say, isn't it a selfish thing? Don't guys not do this? It's not right.
I can understand how this could happen.
Right. Of course he lies. He knows what's coming. And he lies about a whole bunch of other stuff. So you got to open up that relationship. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the controlling stuff is bad. It's bad in a relationship.
Sarah.
Yes.
You're 26.
Uh-huh. And I broke up with my boyfriend maybe about 5, 6
Oh, you're the one we hung up on.
Yes, you are.
How'd you get back on so fast?
It wasn't hard. I just called back.
Really? Because I talk to people all the time. They go, I called for a month. I couldn't get in.
Oh, no. I don't know. I just try again.
Okay.
Anyway.
I like when some people sound like befuddled and put off. And so I dialed the phone. Anyway, Okay. Okay, Sarah. Go ahead.
I broke up with my boyfriend, who was 24 at the time, about 5-6 months ago. But the last 2-3 months, I had come across some tapes, because he never labels his videos at all, and I was looking for a particular movie that we had taped, and I found one of him masturbating, and the whole issue about the masturbating doesn't bother me so much, but to videotape it,
that seems a little self-indulgent. What are you supposed to do to that? Then masturbate to you masturbating?
Yeah, what would make a guy do that? Sort of an aggressive, grandiose
No, it's
impulse.
just sort of bored, young, and stupid.
yeah, but it wasn't.
What was that?
No, that was nothing.
He would use vibrators and whatnot
Where was he using them?
up his anus.
Oh, really?
He took pictures of that?
Excuse me?
And he was taking pictures of that?
Yeah, this is all on video.
Oh, boy.
I actually had found a couple tapes, doing various things.
Really? Yeah. I don't label my tapes either, but the ones with the vibrators in my ass,
Yes.
clearly marked. I don't want those heading back to the video store. Let's see. What is it? Bad News Bears breaking training. Oh, Jesus. Look at this.
Yeah. Well, and at the end of each tape, he would be sucking his own penis.
Oh, really? Oh,
And-
well, now that is cause for videotaping.
And then just come all over his face.
Oh, please. He doesn't do that.
No, I'm serious.
No guy can do that.
Yeah.
Wow. With the thing in his butt.
No. It would be after that, after he was.
All right, so, all right, where are we going? All right.
Wait a minute, Sarah. Drew, quiet down. Last call of the night. When he performed auto fellatio, would he have to like kick his legs up over his head kind of thing and roll around, or could he just lean down and do it?
He would lay on his back and flip his legs over his head, and his feet would probably be on the wall or
Was he well endowed?
I guess he was average, I guess.
That ain't average, sister. Unless he's into
Well,
yoga.
He was very, very limber.
He has no spine. Okay.
Yeah. And I just don't know what would motivate someone to do that. I mean, when I first was watching it, I don't know, it was very strange for me.
Yeah.
And
I can't believe she could watch all the way through like that.
Yeah, she watched all the way through The Money Shot. Yeah, Sarah was so disgusted that she had to watch it for an hour and 40 minutes.
No.